Hey guys, it's June budget time. This is Angela from the Chaotic Life of a Planner. I'm going to be setting up my June budget in my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly. This is a 7x9 size. And I am also going to be using my June budget kit from Caffeinated Cait. So I'm going to be doing a couple different videos to get my budget set up for the month of June. Today we are just going to be doing my June monthly budget view as well as the monthly page where I put my bill due stickers. So let's look back at May. I have my June budget page. Then I have my spending tracking along with my bills that are due. I check them off when they clear our account. I was terrible at weekly check-ins again. I have my spending tracker. These are just some things that I don't track over here. I'm sure we'll talk about that when I get to the spending tracker page. I was pretty good about keeping that up to date. I did one paycheck budget and then nothing for the rest. May was a little bit of a crazy month, so I'm hoping to do better this month for June. I will say that June is probably going to be another crazy budget month because we're going to Disney World, and we also have to make a deposit for the hockey team that Benjamin is going to be playing on, which we'll talk about that probably in another video. Today is signing day, so he'll make up his mind today. July, when we get to July, my budgets will look different because we'll pretty much be done traveling. Mostly we'll have 2 more trips before the end of the year, but they're not going to be like huge trips like Disney World will be, and we really have got to start doing some things to the house. So June is kind of our last let's have some fun month. July is where we really start cracking down. I'm excited to see the progress that we can make, but for now we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down this thick washi at the top. I've really been happy with the Caffeinated Cait kits. They just work really nicely for me. I am sorry if you hear some noise coming from upstairs. 3 of my kids are up there as well as all 4 of our dogs, so they're going to attempt to be quiet for me, but no promises. So even though we aren't making as much progress like on the house and with debt payoff as we would like at this point, I will say that this is the best we have ever done at tracking our expenses and setting a budget and all of that good stuff. So I'm really happy with the progress that we've made. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what our future looks like as far as budgeting goes. It's kind of always been a point of contention for my husband and I. We've had many fights over budget. So I would probably say maybe we've had 1 fight since we started budgeting this way, which, I mean, obviously none would be better, but 1 is 1,000 times better than what it had been in the past whenever we would try to talk about money. So, good things are happening, and I'm really excited to see what the future looks like. I don't know if you just heard that. I can't keep one of my dogs out of the toilet. We try and keep the toilet closed or keep the door shut, but it just doesn't always happen. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in these lines here. Let's see. I didn't line them up exactly the way they should have been, but it's okay. I'm actually going to switch rulers. Forgot I have the new Erin Condren ruler. So I don't know if you guys have watched any YouTube videos about the new Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly. That is going to be coming out. I'm pretty sure June 4th is the release date for that. So I watched a couple of videos yesterday, and I've been thinking, okay, do I want to upgrade this planner to the new Deluxe Monthly? But I'm not going to. I've decided this works just fine, and quite frankly, from what I've seen, the main difference, let me pull out my binder. The main difference in the new Deluxe Monthly is that you're going to have, let's see if I could get there. Nope, not there. So where is it? Right here. Is you'll have these pages. You'll have this page for birthdays, monthly goals, all of this stuff. And I don't need that in my budget planner right now. So I'm just going to stick with this one. I originally started this in January because I wanted to have all my budget stuff for 2019 in the same planner. So I am going to just finish this planner out, and then I'll probably switch to I'll have to switch to the new Deluxe Monthly. It's super pretty. I totally love the colorful version, but I really, really, really want 1 year's worth of budgeting in the same planner. So I'm going to just stick with this one. Okay, so now I'm going to count my lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I need to go here. So I've talked about this before, how I figure up my fixed expenses versus, oops, this one goes over here, so let's stick that, versus my variable expenses is, my fixed expenses are anything that I have to pay no matter what. And what I mean by that is, if something were to happen and our income was to take like a drastic nosedive, like if my husband lost his job or something like that, we would still have to pay those bills. For example, our mortgage. Unless we were to sell our house, we would still have to pay our mortgage. My car insurance, we would still have to pay car insurance no matter what. The variable expenses are things like subscriptions, like, Netflix and Hulu. We could cut those if we needed to. Groceries are in variable expenses because I can probably get by with maybe a $500 monthly grocery budget, but it would change the way that we eat. We would eat a lot more processed foods, and I choose not to do that. So, but I did not line that up very nicely. Oh well. However, if we needed to, if our income was drastically cut, then we could do that. I have like travel is in variable expenses, sinking funds are in variable expenses, our weekend fun money is in variable expenses. You get the picture. So that is how I separate them out. But like I've said lots of times, what works for me might not work for you, and the way that you budget might not work for me. So you have to figure out what works for you as far as budgeting, and then you have to go with it. And it's totally okay if it doesn't look exactly like it does for me, or even for Dave Ramsey. I am a Dave Ramsey fan, but some of his principles and ideas are just not going to work for me, and they're not going to work for my husband. So we take what we like from his method and we apply it to our budget and find a way that works for us. And that's just how we do it. So you might not agree with everything that I talk about in my budgeting videos, but if you can find one or two things that would help you come up with your own way to budget, then I would consider that a success. Okay, I really love this pig. I say that every month. The colors in this kit are so pretty. So I'm gonna put down our income, which would be my husband's retirement, his job, and then I put variable income because we do have a couple of sources of that. Part of it is like if, you know, the kids pay us some money that they owe us, or, you know, just a few things like that. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to fill in my fixed expenses and my variable expenses right now, just because you guys have seen me do that before, and you probably don't want to sit through that whole thing. So this is my June budget page, and I'm pretty happy with the way that this works for us. What I do is when a bill is paid, I just check it off. When it actually clears the account is when I check it here. So the next thing we're going to do is my June monthly. You will see in the May and April and March that I had this big thick washi kit right here. I screwed up when I ordered my June kit from Caffeinated Cait, and I didn't order it. I ordered July's instead, which is fine. I will need July's. However, I didn't order this one. And I didn't realize it until it was too late. So there's not really any way for me to go back. And by the time I realized it, I didn't have enough time to order it and get it here in time. So I really enjoy these payday stickers. Excuse the barking dog. Caffeinated Cait redid them within the last couple of months. So let me go back and show you one of the old bill due stickers. Okay, so these take up 2 spaces, like 2 lines. These only take up 1. So I really like these a lot better because they just don't take up as much space. They make the monthly view look not as cluttered. Let me find one that's super bad. Well, this one was insane. So I like these a lot better. Half of the sheet has a little checkbox, and those are for bills that you manually pay. The other half has auto pay bills. So I really like these. So I'm not going to do all of them for you. Actually, I usually write them, like fill them out on the sticker sheet. So heating fuel. We are on the budget payment plan for heating fuel, but it's still $315 a month. However, it is much better. You know, I do live in Alaska, and there have been months where we have paid, you know, well over $1,000 for heating fuel when we were not on the budget plan. So I'll just put them just like that. And I'll also go ahead and do ortho. We are currently paying the orthodontist $500 a month, trying to get that paid off so the kids can have their, well, one of them gets their braces off in August, hopefully, and that her account should be paid by then. And then my other child, if we continually pay the $500, his account would be paid off by the time he's supposed to get his braces off. Except now he's going to be going to play hockey in the lower 48, so I don't know how that's going to work that out. So I just put all my bill dues in like this. And then when they clear my account, I will go ahead and check them off in the little checkbox. This is super helpful because when I do my paycheck budgets. This is super helpful when I do my paycheck budgets. So if I know, like we just got paid here on the 30th and we aren't going to get paid again until the 13th. So and I'm not done yet, I still have to put in a few more things, but all these bills between here and here have to get paid off this paycheck. Then when we get paid on the 13th, I'll sit down and all the bills that are due here till the 27th will get paid from that paycheck. So once we started budgeting this way, it just makes it so much easier to figure out where everything has to go. And then what I do is, like, let me show you in May, like what our grocery budget is. Some of these I have to still fill in to close out a couple of categories. But like if we know our grocery budget for the month is going to be we'll say $800, then I might have a little bit of extra money when we get paid here. So maybe I'll allocate $500 to the grocery budget on this payday, and then this payday I'll do the other $300. However that works out. So that's how I figure out my paycheck budgets. So I'm not going to do this in this video, but I do have these paycheck budgets, the spending tracker, weekly check-in, sinking funds, debt snowball, all that good stuff. That will be coming in a part 2 of my budget setup. It was kind of a little bit difficult because I've been asking you guys if you prefer the budget setup in one big giant video, or if you prefer them to be, like, I think the last 2 months I've done them in separate videos, maybe like 3 parts. 2 people specifically left a comment telling me that they prefer them to be in just one big long video, but you guys, my numbers don't show that. My views for my separate budget videos are way higher than the views for my just one big budget video. So I'm gonna try it and just do separate videos for a few months and just see how it goes. But you guys, if you really don't like this budget setup and you'd really like me to just do it in one long, maybe like 45 or 50 minute video, then please do just go ahead and let me know in the comments below. That is really the only way that I'm going to know, is if you do it that way. So I'm just going to continue to go ahead and add these bill due stickers in. That's all I have to do. My June budget setup pages are off to a good start. I'm feeling a little bit behind because today is Friday the 31st and this video will go up today, but I really intended for it to go up on like the 28th or the 29th so that I could have all my budget videos up by today. But it just didn't work that way. Life happens. You know, I guess when we sent my son to the CCM hockey showcase, we had no idea what to expect. So we thought maybe he'd come away with 1 offer, and he came away with 3, and then we ended up with 4 more offers come in throughout the week. So it's just consumed a lot of our mental energy, just trying to compare contracts, list out the pros and cons of each team, and then talk to all the coaches multiple times and just figure out where he was going to go. So that has consumed us this week. So now today is signing day. He's going to make it. I told him you have to make a decision today no matter what. So we are hopefully going to get things back on track. One thing that I should mention is I like to use this spot over here in the monthly notes section to just mark miscellaneous expenses. Like, we're going to Disney World this month, so I know we have to pay that for that. It's Father's Day and it's my mother's birthday. And then I did the same thing over here, which I already did pay for that. We knew we had a few things over here that we were going to have to take care of. So I like to just do that so that we know if there's something that's out of the ordinary that is going to be coming up this month. I have that marked right there. So that's what I use that section for. So I decided to jump ahead a little bit and show you guys how I do my paycheck budgets, partly because I told you guys I'm feeling behind and I need to have a budget meeting with my husband this afternoon so we can come up with a game plan for a couple of things. So he's working nights this week and he's going to call me this afternoon and expect me to be ready to have this paycheck budget talk with him. So I decided to just go ahead and do this now, and I'm going to go ahead and include it in my monthly budget and my monthly view video. And I'm just going to, there won't be any audio, it'll just be music as I show you guys how I do this. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip now. So if you like this kind of content, please do give this video a big thumbs up. I appreciate all the support I've been getting from you guys. Hit that red subscribe button if you're new to my channel. If you would like to order your own Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly, there is a link in the description box to save $10 off your first purchase. It's an affiliate link, so it gives me a little kickback as well. And then don't forget about my giveaway. You still have until Saturday evening to enter the giveaway to win the new Erin Condren Life Planner in the neutral hourly version. So I will also leave a link to that video in my description box. And I appreciate you guys watching. Bye guys.